say, women,
Roseanne?
this is my advice to today's woman. Keep your penis in your pants, especially when...
What's up, y'all? Welcome back. I'm Van. We are all the LFR family. I came across this conversation between Piers Morgan and Roseanne Barr, and apparently people are saying that this thing is amazing. It's amazing. Hopefully y'all will check it out with me. I'm gonna have some things to say about it. Obviously, I haven't seen Roseanne Barr in any interviews in a long time. Back in the day, she was one of the bigger names. She was one of the bigger names for being a comedian and for having her own TV show that was booming. It was killing a whole lot of TV shows back in those days. I didn't get everything right on the last Piers Morgan video I did. That's the one where he was interviewing just Pearly Things. But I said what I said. I'm sure some of you might not feel like what I said was the correct thing when it came to just Pearly Things saying that she don't believe that women should be able to vote. I have a different way of looking at that. But, you know what I mean? That's what we're all here for. We're not here to agree with one another. We're here to understand one another so that we can move on, hopefully moving forward towards something productive by being objective with one another, all right? So here we go. This conversation is again between Piers Morgan and Roseanne Barr. Let's see what this joint is about.
Yes, it is. Yeah, well, you should despair, Piers, and so should anybody who has a brain or, you know, any humanity whatsoever, or any connection to any other human beings on earth. They should despair too. I say that they are weaponizing stupidity, and people have sunk to such a level that they can't handle satire, because satire is when you take two disparate subjects and bring them together to defamiliarize reality, such as a poet does with words. Defamiliarize reality. And they cannot hold two disparate ideas in their head at the same time, because they're fed bullshit 24/7 over the media.
Hey, she said it, I didn't. And y'all already know I feel the same exact way. They are fed bull sugar honey iced tea. I'll let her say the whole word. I won't.
And I'm about to go crazy sitting here on the earphone hearing the stuff you all are saying about the Ukraine. I'm about to have a heart attack, but I'm not even going to go into it. I'm from the Ukraine. There is a large faction of not, I don't know if you know this.
I didn't know that Roseanne Barr was from the Ukraine. Whoa, see that? We're learning something already. Oh, yeah.
But there's a large amount of Nazis in the Ukraine, and they actually killed my whole family. I'm from the Ukraine, and they marched my entire family, grandmothers, great-grandparents, 10 siblings out into the forest and buried them alive in the Ukraine. So I don't understand why
Whoa, what? She said they buried him alive? Them dudes are, they bet crazy.
Ukraine, well, I do understand, and that's also what terrifies me. People better wake up and do some research on their own instead of buying what comes across on the screen. And I try to shake them up, Piers. You're goddamn right I do. I try to shake them up and crack their mind control programming. I do it for God.
Well, here's, Roseanne, what I would say to that.
Sheesh.
I don't agree with you about a lot of the stuff you said about Ukraine. I know what you said, and you're perfectly entitled to your views. I would say in relation to the suggestion that they're all a bunch of
Nazis.
You
haven't seen the swastikas on those
Roseanne,
soldiers' arms.
The President Zelensky himself is Jewish.
Hold on, but it does not matter. She's telling you that she's from there, bro. Now, listen, I like Piers Morgan. I think that he has some amazing conversations with his people, but at the end of the day, bro, she's telling you what she's seen with her own family, regardless if President Zelensky is Jewish or not. It does not matter. What she's telling you right now, understand it. You ain't got to believe it until you do your own due diligence. Do your own due diligence. But listen to this lady.
Jewish. So obviously he is de facto not a Nazi.
I know, but he's not a good one. Are all Jews the same? For God's sake, talk about anti-Semitic. Just because the guy's a Jew doesn't mean he likes Jews or that he's doing anything good for the Jews.
That is true. I know some black people who don't like black people. But he's black. How can he hate black people? Shit. Have y'all heard of Chicago?
I mean, so what? who cares what anybody is? That was the whole point of my tweet. Just because they're skin folk don't mean they're kin folk. You know what I
Go
mean?
ahead.
Just because they're the same
Preaching.
color as you don't mean they ain't trying to lock your ass up. Wake up, people!
You better go off on Roseanne. Yeah.
Snap out of it.
I'm snapped.
Okay, listen, like I said,
snapped.
you're uncensored, so you're perfectly entitled to your views. I'm entitled to a different view. I'm
I'll
sure
be
you would
nice.
accept that. It's okay. I'm going to be nice. You're perfectly
I
entitled
can
to
accept
say
that
what
you have a
think.
different view, Piers. I can speak respectfully to another human being because I actually, I love to converse and I just get passionate sometimes. And I love that people disagree with me. I love to have conversations. So excuse my passion.
It's okay, of course, passion's fine. There was a big outcry recently where I defended you, actually, where you were accused of
I know you did. I
denying
watched you. I was shocked.
Right. Well, I call things as I see them. And on that occasion, it was clear to me that you were saying a statement which you didn't actually mean to be taken literally. You were exposing a wider picture of what you believe to be media untruths. Yeah.
Yeah, and the fact that it went over everybody's head isn't my fault.
Well, I'm going to play it. Let's play a clip again to remind people of what got you into trouble. Then I'll come and say what I think about it again.
Be sure to include the context, which was there's no way in hell Biden got 81 million votes. If you don't include that context, you're going to make me mad, Piers.
Roseanne is kicking ass.
Okay, well, I don't want to make you mad, but we've got a 42...
That's a big lie, too.
We have a 42-second clip. Let's take a look.
The election was not rigged. 36 counties can give you 81 million votes.
Right.
That's a fact.
So it wasn't rigged.
Of course not.
Yeah.
36 counties have 81 million people in them.
Yeah.
See? That's the truth. And
Yeah.
don't you dare say anything against it or you'll be off YouTube, Facebook, Twitter,
Hold up. So she's been sarcastic in this right here. Okay.
and all the other ones because we have, there's such a thing as the truth and facts and we have to stick to it. And,
It's scary.
and that is the truth. And nobody died in the Holocaust either.
No.
That's the truth.
Yeah.
It should happen. 6 million Jews should die right now because they cause all the problems in the world, but it never happened. But it never happened.
That was the satire. That was the joke that got taken too far. I get it. I see, and a lot of people, although they saw it, see, when I realized it was a joke, I was right there with her. When I realized it was a joke, I was right there with her. But then you're going to have some people who get all butthurt and start acting like they're hurt. When they really not hurt, they're going to start jumping way left field, trying to take it somewhere that is not supposed to be because they feeling all super dramatic and political and they want to attack somebody for saying something to throw everybody else's attention over there while the Bidens are doing whatever the hell they want over here.
Now, I listened to that in full context. I listened to a lot more of it. And it was absolutely crystal clear and obvious to me that you didn't mean anything that you were saying there. In fact, you meant the complete opposite. But it was sliced and diced and put out on social media. And then the next thing is you have Roseanne Barr, who is actually Jewish, being accused of denying the Holocaust, which obviously is ridiculous. Why do these things happen?
Because I'm a targeted individual. As I say, for 6,000 years, there has been a Jewish civil war, and nobody knows about it. And I speak about it a lot.
What's up, Angel and Bibbinoff?
But it's, it's at its climax right now. And I have been targeted by, largely Jewish people on the other side of the political spectrum. Our view is centered on whether Israel should exist or not. And these are things we don't talk about in public. But when I ran for president in 2012, they used to stand up and it was always Jewish people with silver ponytails, Marxists, they would stand up. I ran as a socialist, and they would stand up and scream, "What about the illegal occupation of blah, blah?" And I couldn't believe it because they would do it over and over and over again to attack me because I'm a Jew, I think. But Marxist Jews are not the same as the kind of Jew I am, and that's what really makes me mad, because when people assume that there's only one kind of Jew, they're missing a shitload of history. And I feel like, I'm here to speak to that. And also, the context that I used was about the internet is full of Holocaust denial, comments, and saying, but the thing they always say is, no Jews were killed in the Holocaust, but it should happen. That's what they all say. And it's all over BitChute comments, YouTube. It's wall to wall. That's why I left Facebook. It made me so sick. It was wall to wall anti-Semitism. And these same people, these socialists, aging socialists, which I won't even go into what a scam socialism is. I've talked about that online a lot. But
No, please do. Sheesh, go into it. I think the people want to hear. Y'all want to hear, right? They want to hear it. Y'all want to hear a little bit of it? Yeah, give us a little bit of it. A and B selection of socialism. Roseanne Barr, everybody.
But anyway, you know, they have made me their target because they don't think that I'm the right kind of Jew, and they don't think that any Jew who thinks like I
What's
do
the right kind of
is the
Jew?
right kind of Jew. And so I have to live with that, and it is within my community. And it's just like when black activists come on and talk about, you know, being targeted by their own community too. It's much the same. It's a cultural war, and it is between, you know, the far left and normal, sane human beings, such as myself.
You hear that, right? The far left and normal, sane human beings. I could see when I was listening to her talk about the Jews, though, because, you know, when the whole Dave Chappelle situation, Kanye West, some other people saying things about the Jews, it was like you shouldn't even say, you can't even say it. Even if you're saying something good about them, you can't say it. But it's good to hear real people just express themselves in a real manner, just filled with love. As you can see, she wants to have a passionate conversation, but she's not judging and trying to make you feel like sugar honey iced tea. Like, she's disagreeing with Piers Morgan, but she clearly told him, look, I don't want no smoke with you. I'm good. You good? I just like to have a good, passionate conversation. That's it. Hopefully someone can get something from this. Hopefully more adults need to know how to adult, because a lot of y'all are childish AF.
Well, Roseanne, I don't think any of us are normal, sane human beings. My theory is we're all slightly nuts, and it's just a question of degree, but that's just a personal view. We can take a short break. When we come back, I'm going to ask you the most contentious...
Hey, Piers.
Well, I'm going to ask you the most controversial... I'm going to ask you the most controversial question in the world after the break.
I want to tell you a joke. Okay.
Well, tell me the joke after the break. We'll be back in 2 seconds. Welcome back to Piers Morgan Uncensored, live from New York. It's one of the most famous sites in the world, of course. And still with me is the world's most cancelled comedian, which is still there, Roseanne Barr. So, Roseanne, we left viewers on a cliffhanger. You were about to tell me a joke.
Yeah, I wanted to say two things. One is we have a joke, those of us who have mental health issues, that there's insane and outsane. So I wanted to cap off what you were saying before. But also I wanted to finish saying that just last week, these leftists, such as are in the Biden administration, the State Department of the United States instituted a boycott, divest, and sanction against the Jewish people in Israel, and also with American businesses who do trading business with Israel. So it's a boycott of Israel and of America, the Biden administration, State Department. So there is never an end to their censorship, their jackboot on your face if you don't do what they want, and if the Jews don't do what they want. But I'm happy to say that for the first time in Israel and Knesset, there is not one progressive, nor is there one leftist in the Knesset, and the Jewish people in Israel couldn't be happier and feel that they've been freed from slavery. I just want to say that.
That's fine. You've said it. What is the joke that you were going to tell me?
That the people with mental health issues say there's insane and outsane.
Oh, I see. I'm sorry.
Those are the only
I'm sorry.
two things.
I thought you were making a serious statement about it. Okay, I get it.
What's up, TX?
Now, listen, Roseanne, let me ask you the most difficult question in the world, apparently. What is a woman?
Uh-oh. Be careful how you answer this, Roseanne, because you can be canceled. It'd be worse than the last time you got canceled over the joke about the other word that begins with a J.
How much do I weigh?
No, what is a woman?
A woman is me. A woman is somebody whose breasts hang down to her stomach and who has a prolapsed uterus from giving birth to 5 ungrateful little bastards who have never had to work for a thing in their goddamn life. That's what a woman is.
Yeah.
I see. And how do the ungrateful little bleeps, how do they react when you say things like this about them?
Oh, they laugh. They have good senses of humor. You should hear the horrible jokes they tell about me. You wouldn't believe they have the worst jokes about me.
I think that was an extremely playful but on point definition of what is a woman. Hopefully Piers Morgan, because I haven't seen this, hopefully Piers Morgan presses her to give a more serious answer, because she's a comedian. Obviously, she just now gave a comedic answer. Now I want to see her really say something that can, you know, stick her feet to the fire on this particular subject.
Roseanne, what's your life?
My 8-year-old grandson.
I was going to ask you, Roseanne, you've obviously been through the mincer a bit in recent years, but how are you in yourself? I mean, you happy? You have a happy life?
Yes, I do. I have a joyous, wonderful life. It's a bit hot down here. Woo! But yeah, I have. I own myself and my soul and my space and my.
That's what's up.
Ethereal thinking.
You heard that? I own myself and my soul and my space. That, woo, Lord. I love the fact that she said that. And she can probably compare that to a time where she was making hundreds of millions of dollars and was on top of the world, but realized even then she didn't own herself. That right there is heavy. Much love to Roseanne for that. That's hope. That's dope.
And my art, and I have a wonderful, loving family. And my mother's still alive. She's 89. She's a bit of a lib, but I overlook it.
She called her mom a lib. Roseanne's mom is a lib. You heard it from her first.
But and so are my gay brother and my gay sister, and all of my family actually are lib. But, you know, I just...
Me too, Roseanne. Most of my family are libs as well. Yep, that's how I go.
Pray for them and love them.
And do they do the same for you, do you think?
Absolutely.
Oh, they think I'm completely off the... They think I went off the planet. Oh, yeah, but they love me. They just don't engage. But, you know, when you're sitting there at Passover and, you know, you're drinking the cups of wine to celebrate, you know, leaving Egypt, and one of your lib nephews, or I mean grandsons, whatever it is, he stands up. What about the Egyptians who were slaughtered? Shut the hell up!
You know, here's the thing, Roseanne, is that obviously you like saying, you know, outrageous things. And I like that about you, actually. I think more people should be doing this in life. But it seems to me you don't necessarily fall out with even your nearest and dearest over it. Have we all just got too sensitive? Are we too over-offended? Should we just be able to say outrageous things and then have a drink and a laugh with each other? Check
it out, Piers. The people that are saying everything's offensive are walking down the street swinging their p***s in kids' faces. Those are the people who say shit's offensive.
Hey, I didn't know that I loved Roseanne Barr this much, man, but I love her. She said, hey, check it out, Piers. The ones that get offended are walking around down the street wagging their p***s out in front of kids. Those are the ones that get offensive. I love Roseanne, man. I just realized that. I actually have an affinity for Roseanne Barr, that is.
The fucking, you know what I mean? Jesus. Hey, hello? I say, women,
Roseanne?
This is my advice to today's woman. Keep your p***s in your pants, especially when children are around, women.
Right.
Her advice to women is keep your p***s in your pants.
Roseanne, I think we've certainly lived up to the billing of Uncensored. Thank you very much indeed for joining the show.
Yeah, she said her advice for women is to keep your p in your pants, man. Much love to Roseanne. All right, so I enjoyed that. Hopefully y'all did too. What y'all thought?